In the mighty name of Yahuah, Bahasham, Yahushuah, Hamashiach, Daddy has a word for y'all, and he wants you guys to know that your kingdom spouse is actually now awake. He's awake. She's awake. They're awake now. And it's kind of like Twilight Zone for them. Everything that they're going through on their neck of the woods is kind of like surreal. Like, they can't believe what's going on. And it's like they feel like they're in a movie trying to figure out a way out. Even though all they have to do is come back home. But just let's get into the song Wide Awake. Even though this is a secular song, I woke up and it was just really play. I could hear it playing in my mind when I woke up yesterday. So, I listened to it. I didn't really want to listen to it, but it was just like, just be obedient. And I was like, okay, fine. So, it says, I'm wide awake. Yeah, I was in the dark. I was falling hard with an open heart. I'm wide awake. How did I read the stars so wrong? I'm wide awake, and now it's clear to me that everything you see ain't always what it seems. I'm wide awake. Yeah, I was dreaming for so long. So, your kingdom spouse had a veil over their eyes, and they couldn't see things for what they were. They had people around them doing witchcraft and stuff like that, and those same people were doing spells on them, so they couldn't see. And so a lot of the ways that they treated you wrong, and they were dismissive towards you, or they chose other people over you, it's like, okay, so what is it? Sometimes you'd have to have the discernment to know whether they were just acting out or whether they were under a spell. Okay? And I was falling hard with the open heart. And that's what happened. Like, you wonder why they are the way they are, because one time in their life, they got heartbroken really, really bad by someone they really loved. And they have not even healed from that. And on top of that, that's where they were most vulnerable. They give their all. They give their all, and without a second thought. And the way that they got hurt, it was hard for them to ever bounce back from it. And so now they think all men are the same or all women are the same. And so that was after they got their heart broken. And now that Daddy has brought you back to them, he has blessed them to see what type of significance you have in their life and what you mean to them. And so now they can see clearly. And that's why it says, and now it's clear to me that everything you see ain't always what it seems. So the people that are around them that they thought were for them, they're actually their enemies. And they're wolves in sheep clothing, and now they see, and now it's time for them to take action. It says, I wish I knew then what I know now, wouldn't have dived in, wouldn't have bowed down. Gravity hurts and you made it so sweet until I woke up on a concrete. A lot of your kingdom spouse just really were ignorant to the spiritual life, because this is a spiritual walk, and a spiritual walk is on a spiritual path, and the spiritual path leads to spiritual ways, and the spiritual way is just a spiritual life. And so they didn't know anything about this stuff. They had a clue, but they really just didn't know. They're trying to find the way, and what could they do? So they wouldn't have left you if they knew what they know, now. And so they wouldn't have just went with the enemy and kind of like led themselves to the slaughterhouse. And so gravity hurts, you made it so sweet. So a lot of your kingdom spouses they were going down the wrong path. And because they were in the world, of course, in a worldly view, it doesn't look like the wrong path. You're having fun, this and that, you only live once, blah, 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 blah. So they're not thinking that, this is going to end in disaster. They're like, oh yeah, like I get to leave the da 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 da, it's gonna be so good, da 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 da. And then they woke up one day, it's just like, I had everything. I had my house, well, they still have all that stuff, but they had like a simple way of living, and then they had you. And, they had all the people who truly cared about them. And then they went with, a counterfeit friend, the enemy, and they went around, they went in a dark path, and then one day they woke up, and they just, like, seen, like, what happened to my life? How did I get here? How did I get here? How did I let this happen, And so it says, falling from cloud 9, crashing from the high, letting you go tonight. Yeah, I'm falling from cloud 9. So they're letting go through the grace of God all the negativity, all the counterfeits, all the bad habits, all the train of thought that they had, all the pain and hurt. They're letting everything go. They're letting everything go through the grace of God. They're letting everything go. And they're allowing Daddy to just swoop in and heal them and just, patch their heart. And so it was hard for them to do because they weren't awake. But now that they're awake, and they know, like, this is the best thing to do, and this is the wisest decision. And it says, I'm wide awake. I'm not losing any sleep. Not losing any sleep. I picked up every piece and landed on my feet. I'm wide awake, needing nothing to complete myself. No. I'm wide awake. Yeah, I'm born again out of the lion's den. I don't have to pretend, and it's too late. The story's over now. The end. So now they're resting in the Lord, and that's why they're not losing sleep, because they're letting everything go and they're surrendering. They are picking up all the pieces that the enemy basically ruined, and they're giving it to the Most High. And even though they're resting in the Most High's presence, they're standing up on their feet and taking a stand and taking charge and authority over their life. And I'm needing nothing to complete myself. No, they know that Yahuah is their end all be all. They know that being saved through Yahuah is going to give them not only eternal life, but he's going to give them peace on earth while they're here. With you, they're going to find that peace. With you, they're going to understand you more fully. And when they come back this time around, the conversations that you guys will have will be on one accord, and you won't have to explain too much, because they're going to know. They're going to know. They're smart. And yeah, I am born again out of the lion's den. I don't have to pretend. So they're getting saved. They're going to get baptized, whether they come back home and get baptized, or they get baptized before they come back home. And they're getting out of the lion's den, which is, they're around a lot of enemies. They're around a lot of people who act like they love them, but don't want nothing good for them. They don't want to see them succeed. And like, as soon as they get out this little place, and it's like a wounded seal in the ocean, and now sharks are coming, and that's what everybody's acting like. And so they're like, okay, I know what's going on here. I gotta go. And so they're saved, they're born again, and they don't have to pretend. They don't have to act like they're happy. They don't have to be two-faced, because a lot of the kingdom spouses would go home, be one way, come to work, and be out in public a different way. No. Now they are finding their identity in Christ, and they are being one. They're being whole, because, Yahuah has blessed them to be whole. And so they don't have no parts to hide. Everything that was in the dark has come to the light, and they've given it all to Daddy so that he could fix them. So, and now it's too late, and the story's over now. The end. So all the spells, the hexes, the curses that the enemies try to put onto your kingdom spouse and you and your marriages, it's over now. It's done. It's over now. It's too late. It's too late, because they're awakened now, and there's nothing that the enemy can do. So, thunder rumbling, castles crumbling. I'm trying to hold on. God knows I tried, seeing the bright side, but I'm not blind anymore. So what this means, because when I first seen that, I was like, what is she trying to say? But Daddy had me look at it again. And thunder rumbling. So in the Bible, when it says that God talks, Yahuah talks, they always talk about how he's in the thunder rumbling. You know, like his voice is like thunder. So Daddy is talking to them one-on-one through the grace of God. And castles crumbling. So the walls of Jericho is coming down. And whatever they couldn't go through, whatever walls they couldn't surpass, they're down. They're coming down now. And they are going to go and they're going to succeed in everything that they do. Daddy has a plan for them. And now they're starting to see it. Because now they're wide awake. They were trying to hold on to their past life. It says, I'm trying to hold on. They were trying to hold on to their past life and hold on to the wrong people. And it says, God knows I try seeing the bright side, but I'm not blind anymore. So they try to hold on to the wrong people, the wrong, their old life. They try to support these people. They try to see the good in these people. But it's just like now they're wide awake. They can't see them any different. They can't go back now that they know what they know. And so, and they're not blind anymore, so these people can't keep manipulating them, can't keep casting spells on them. They know how to protect themselves through prayer now, and they're guarded up. They're even praying over you. They're covering you and their babies. If they have children, if they don't have children, they're covering you and the important people in their lives that are in one accordance with the Most High. And so that's it. And I want you guys to know that Daddy has awakened them, and everything's gonna be okay. And very soon they should be coming back home. They should be giving you a call. They should be letting you know, like, hey, I want to talk. Let's meet up. And Daddy may just even have you run into them somewhere. He may tell you to get out the house and go here and go there, and then boom, there they are. You know, and then you guys have this conversation, and then you guys' love story starts from there. A new chapter, a new storybook, right? Because the old storybook, which was kind of like the warm up, the preview of what you guys had to go through, the separation before, and then coming together and then getting separated again, like that's it. It's done. That's a closed book. They're not no more are they gonna be indecisive. No more are they gonna be disrespectful. Sometimes they're gonna be always respectful. They know that if they come, when it comes down to you, they have to be coming correct or not at all. They know you don't play games, so. And they know that you love them, that you want to be with them. So when they come, they're going to come with commitment. They're like, you know what? I'm not playing games with this woman. I know this is what I want. I'm getting older. She loves me. She wants to be with me. And this is who I want to be with. And so a new chapter, a new book comes with more chapters. And you guys are going to be fighting together in the spirit. And you guys are going to be conquering things. And you guys are going to be serving Daddy in his kingdom. And everything's going to be just the way Daddy wants it to be. So I love you guys more, but Daddy loves you little stinky booty self first because he created y'all. Alright, see you soon.